budget for 24-25 has basically stuck to the winning formula that I think the current government has figured out, that is fiscal restraint with welfareism and growth. So they have three large pieces which they have been kind of controlling over last 10 years, and literally this budget they were talking for the entire 10 years. Largely, entire budget speech was for 10 years. But the three sort of things that came out in my mind, or three words came to my mind, are welfareism, fiscal restraint, and growth. For the growth part, they have been able to increase the capex budget from 10 lakh crore to 11 lakh crore, which is, and of course, they have actually been able to spend most of the budget they had outlaid for 23-24, which is a heartening thing. No new taxes come in, and currently in welfareism they are focusing on four areas which was apparent, and that is basically women, farmers, young people, and poor. In some ways, 10 years they have been able to build what I call a reasonably good social security framework. Any society which has to become a developed society has to have a great social security for the people who are at the sort of end of the economic chain, and that's where India is now. With even now, it's a per capita poor country, but it's been able to build social security in the form of direct benefit transfer, in terms of free ration for 80 crore people, which has worked well over last 3.5 years, and it has been extended for the next 5 years. It has also been able to provide pension scheme, insurance scheme, even farmers insurance, and so on and so forth. So overall, a social security net is being built without being very conscious about it, and I'm delighted that that is the runway on which India will be able to grow over next 25-30 years, because no country can become a developed country without the welfare of all its people and providing social security to them. And the growth momentum, that is being dependent on various factors, but India has been a center of services to the world. Slowly, due to PLI and other framework, we are becoming very good in high-tech manufacturing, from chips to iPhones to everything else. And that's where, that is basically for me the next growth area over next 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And they are focusing on that. They have been able to keep their fiscal deficit in control. They've announced that 23-24 will have 5.8%, and then next year 5.1%, and after that they want to go to 4.5%. The tax buoyancy has been immense, and that's where overall I would say that these are the winning formulas which this government has figured out over last 10 years, and they want to probably stick to it. With that, on fiscal restraint, I would give it 10 out of 10, given what we have come out of the COVID framework. The welfareism is pretty much given our own constraints of lower per capita income. We are doing exceedingly well, and I would give probably higher, say 12 on 10. And in terms of the infrastructure, pretty much what they agreed to spend over last year, they've spent, and the results are for everyone to see. So overall, it's a 10 on 10 budget, and it's just the interim. The actual budget will be presented after the election, but they want to stick to their winning formula that they've figured out over last 10 years.